One, two. One, two, three. One, two, test mic, one, two.
Hello, hello, hello.
Good afternoon and welcome to Destin Charity Wine Auction Foundation's 15th annual charity wine auction. My name is John Russell and I have the honor and privilege to once again ask you to join us in our mission to help the kids of Northwest Florida. This is not the plan we had to celebrate our 15th year of working together to raise money for our charity partners. Actually, this isn't even our backup plan. This isn't even the backup plan to the backup plan. This is literally Plan D. But here we are. We made it. August 22nd, 2020. We're having an auction. I can't describe how strange it is to stand here in this meeting room graciously provided by the Hilton Sandestin to speak to you today. There's only a few of us in here, and we miss the crowd, the lights, the energy of our traditional auction. So, because I'm missing that a bit, I'm going to start this off right. What's an auction without a little confetti? And of course, it already went into my wine glass. All right, we are underway. To use all the COVID cliches in just one sentence and get them out of the way, it is what it is in these unprecedented times. And don't forget, we are all in this together. All right, so here we are. And although it's very different from years past, we're so happy to finally kick off our 2020 auction. While some of you are at home, we know many have gathered together to celebrate and raise a glass of great wine to help us continue our mission to helping kids. So for all of you having watch parties out there, we're so very jealous. We wish we could be with you, but we know you're having a good time and drinking good wine. And we know you've been bidding because the bidding activity has been really, really strong, and we're so happy about that. A special thank you to those of you who bought patron packages and donated those funds back to us instead of asking for a refund. We can't tell you how important that was to us and how very grateful we are for your very generous contribution. It's so very much appreciated. We also want to thank all of our 2020 sponsors who stayed with us, even though most of the normal activities of the auction we couldn't do. But all of you said, hey, you know what? We want to support the foundation and your mission, keep our sponsorship, let's go on and have an auction. So we're going to roll our sponsor video just like in years past. Remember these folks, they're great supporters of DCWF. Let's roll that video.
We'd like to thank the following sponsors for supporting the Destin Charity Wine Auction Foundation's mission of helping children in need in Northwest Florida. The Jumanville family, Stephen and Joan Carter, Chuck Hutton Toyota, Newman Daily Resort Properties, Setco Services, Wine World, Ascension Sacred Heart Emerald Coast, Hilton Sandestin Beach Golf Resort and Spa, National Event Rentals, Autos Car Wash, Rex Lumber, Roland Publishing, Trustmark Bank, BBVA Compass Bank, Coastal Accounting, the Henderson Beach Resort and Spa, NetJets, Ocoee Foundation, Scenic Sotheby's, Bert and Sue Truxas, Visit South Walton, VIP Destin Magazine, Wavefly, Accentria Insurance, Jim and Renee Beeman, Carter and Company CPA, Centennial Bank, Community Bank, Cosmetic Family Dentistry, Creative Gems, Crystal Collins Spencer, Attorney at Law, Dermatology Solutions Group, Destin Ice 30A, Electric Cart Company, Emerald Coast Association of Realtors, Enco Electronic Systems, Floors Premium Flooring, Florida Agency Network, Galati Yacht Sales, Grand Boulevard, Green Earth, Hall and Runnels, PA, Hand Arundel and Associates, Don and Kathy Hay, Image Printing, Johnny on the Spot, Legacy Cabinet Company, Merrill Lynch, Kruger, Fosdick and Associates, Panhandle Pediatric Dentistry, Tom and Laura Powell, Premier Property Group, Renovation Flooring, RJH and Associates, The Search Firm, Silver Sands Premium Outlets, Thomas Martin Foundation, Virtuous Management Group, Todd and Jana Walker, Jack and Candace Wilson, Dawn Bradley, Jackson and Tracy Wilson, Dr. Selma Wilson, Pain Management, and Dr. Nate Wilson.
There are a lot of heroes in the strange year of 2020, but for us, our patrons and our sponsors are our heroes. So thank you again so very much for staying with us through this challenging year. Now, DCWF has always enjoyed an engaged and supportive board of directors who have provided the leadership to carry us so far in the past 15 years. If we are successful today, it's going to be due in large part to their contributions. If you are a board member, here's a toast to you. Thank you all so much for your continued support of all of us and the staff. We couldn't be more grateful. You're wonderful. Cheers. That felt kind of empty doing this by myself, but I hope you all cheered me. I'll never know. All right. It's now my pleasure to introduce to you the guy who had the good fortune to be the chairman in the year 2020. Mr. Jeff Gerard is going to bring a message to you via video. If you're with Jeff, please raise a glass in his honor. He has done a phenomenal job, and we are so grateful for all the support he's given all of us on the staff. Here's Jeff's video.
Welcome to the 15th Annual Destin Charity Wine Auction. My name is Jeff Gerard, and I've had the honor to serve this year as the chairman of the board for the Wine Auction Foundation. To say this year has been a little bit weird would be quite the understatement. From global pandemics, economic shutdown to political unrest, our lives have been turned upside down. And yet, we're still able to sit here today virtually across both the Southeast and the country to continue our legacy of raising money for the children of the Emerald Coast. And I feel like you really don't find out who you are and what you're made of until you tackle some big adversity. And that's where we are right now. And to see that with the staff, with the board, has been just amazing to watch over the year. And I thank you for all your support and all your hard work. I feel like the big overwhelming theme has been yes. We've heard yes constantly from our sponsors, from our patrons, from our charity partners, from our vintner and chef partners. Every time we've come and asked, we've had to make a change. They've said overwhelmingly yes, and so we appreciate that. And finally, I want to thank my wife and my two daughters, my wife Cindy and my daughters Lillian and Sophia, for their support over the last 6 years as I've had this journey with the Destin Charity Wine Auction Foundation. So here we are this year at the 15th annual 2020 Destin Charity Wine Auction. And over the last 14 years, now 15, we've given and raised over $21 million. That itself is an amazing feat. And yet, I still feel like the dollars that we raise here today, which may be smaller, may have the biggest impact of any of those dollars we've raised so far. All of our charity partners have experienced some kind of shutdown or money shortfall or staffing issues. And so for those of you that are here, every little thing that you can reach into your pocket and pull out and bid today is going to have a multiplication effect. And we want to celebrate you guys here. We want to raise our glass and say cheers and bid high, bid often. Thank you.
Cheers, Jeff. Amazing job. Thank you so much for all you did. DCWAF is blessed to have an amazing staff. Please join me in recognizing our team: Director Kara Fridley Young, Operations Manager Melissa Eager, Communications Manager Kate McMillan, and our Event Coordinator Jessica Roberts. Through all the changes and all the uncertainty, they never took their eyes off the goal of creating an auction in 2020. They may have shed a tear or two, but they never gave up. They never wavered in their commitment. They are simply amazing. So ladies, cheers to you, and take a bow. You've earned it. Yay. It's so weird doing this just by ourselves. I just can't tell you how strange it is. I hope you're all clapping out there. We're going to find out if you did, if you didn't. All right. Every year we take time in our program to recognize one vintner who has made a significant contribution to our mission over the past years. His continued support has significantly contributed to our success, and we are so fortunate to count Todd Newman as one of our very best friends. Here's a short video message from our good friend Todd Newman of Dakota Shy.
Welcome everyone. My name is Todd Newman with Dakota Shy Winery, and I have the privilege of being this year's honorary vintner. I'm so proud to be here. I've had the opportunity to come to many of these festivals over the years and to see firsthand the impact that it makes on kids' lives in and around this community. What they're doing is offering seeds of hope, and that is special. And we have the chance to do something good today for these kids. These are unique times, there's no question. But I would ask that you raise your paddles high today. You raise them often, and let's make a statement. On behalf of Dakota Shy, thank you so much for having us. Let's go have some fun.
Thank you, Todd. We know you're out there watching, and all of us, our thoughts and prayers are with all of the wine producers in Napa and Sonoma. While we're staring down a double-barrel tropical storm here, they're dealing with some of the worst fires that they've experienced, and we know it's a challenge for all of them out there. So please keep them in your thoughts and prayers. Todd, we love you. You've done so much for us. We're honored to have you with us as our honorary vintner. We also have an honorary chef. Without these culinary stars to give so much of their time and talent, we would not have had the success that we've enjoyed the past 15 years. This gentleman has been with us from the very beginning, and no matter what we ask him, his answer is yes. And you're going to hear his name throughout some of these auction lots where we went to this guy and said, hey, can you help us make this auction lot a little bit special? And of course, his answer was yes. Please join me in congratulating our 2020 honorary chef, Tim Crehan from Cuvée 30A.
Welcome to the 2020 Destin Charity Wine Auction Foundation's first ever virtual auction. I'm your honorary chef, Tim Crehan. Welcome you to the event. When I think back on my first dinner some 15 years ago, we certainly had some challenges getting the organization to where it is today. So this challenge currently in 2020 is not going to stop us from taking care of our children in the community. So bid high and bid often. Cheers and God bless.
Thank you, Chef Crehan. If you are with Tim this afternoon, please raise, this is like a drinking game, but please raise a glass to Tim Crehan and all he's done for us. He has truly been a force for good with Destin Charity Wine Auction Foundation. We would not be here celebrating our 15th auction if there had not been a first auction back in 2006. It's important to remember how we came to be and who was there at the birth of DCWAF. We always want to remember and honor the good people who started DCWF. Please enjoy this brief remembrances of that very first year.
Mike, can you believe it's been 15 years since Chan brought us his idea of the Destin Charity Wine Auction and his vision? It's amazing it's been 15 years, isn't it?
Amazing, and I remember when he came to us with the idea, it was a rather bold idea. It was kind of getting away from what we had been doing for many, many years.
The founders were the ones that donated the original auction lots. The founders were the ones that bought the original auction lots. We were the original sponsors, and it started out to be a wonderful adventure for us, and I was honored that Chan asked me to join the group.
The Destin Charity Wine Auction means a great deal to myself and to my wife, Peggy, who we were one of the couples that Chan came to in the beginning and said, I've got this idea and I want to do something for children's charities.
It ended up being on a much grander scale than we ever thought it would be.
Yeah, it was sort of a secret the way he did it. It was kind of cute. He said, he told us the people he was inviting over and I just want to talk to you about an idea. So that was kind of, what's he got up his sleeve?
It was an exciting time, and congratulations to everyone that's participated. I believe it's over $20 million now it's been raised. So here's to all of you. Cheers.
Cheers.
This is to the 15th anniversary of Destin Charity Wine Auction.
Chan,
Cheers to you.
and to Chan Cox for his idea.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
I hope that you will bid high and continue that trend, and cheers, and have a wonderful evening.
First and foremost, I just want to say to Chan, congratulations. 15 years, it went by fast. 15 years, oh my God. I just remember from the very first one that I went to the one I went to, just last year.
When we started this, Chan Cox brought us together. It was a time that nobody was sure or believed that this could actually happen. Nothing like this had ever occurred here on the Emerald Coast. And we put our faith in Chan, that we could put together a wine auction and have some outstanding success and help our children's charities in the Emerald Coast and other parts of the country.
We basically had the market shops at Sandestin. We had everything spread out, all the wine vendors. We had a retail tent out in the parking lot. Of course, there weren't computers there. We didn't have credit card machines. And it was kind of me and my mom out there and Chan running it. But even from that time, he always tried to find some way to give back to the community.
So we want to thank you all for being here today. It's been an honor. We put 6 years of our lives, blood, sweat, and tears into getting this started. New board members have taken this to a whole nother level, and we're very, very honored for what they've done in the board today. We thank them very much, and all of you, your participation. We've had amazing highlights through the years. There's been some fun times, there's been interesting times, but your support and everything you've done and what Chan has done to brought us all together really make this happen for the Emerald Coast. Chan, we are forever grateful to you and Laura and all your efforts. So cheers to everyone, bid high, bid often. Thank you for being here.
It's one thing to have a vision. It's a whole nother thing to take that vision and bring it to reality. And when we talk around the office sometimes, we talk about what would have happened if these folks would have just said, that's a little bit too much work. We got other things to do. DCWF never would have been born. And the $21 million that we've contributed to the community never would have happened. So it's just really an amazing accomplishment that all of these folks, when their tale is written about what they've done in life, they will always know that they made an enormous difference in the lives of children. And for those of us who followed, it's an honor to follow in their footsteps and live up to their legacy of what they did to create this wonderful foundation. From that modest beginning, DCWF has grown into one of the top grossing charity wine auctions in the world. While we cannot be all together today as much as we want to be, that was impossible. We wanted to remind you of where we've been and offer our reassurance that our best days are still in front of us. We will come back. We've learned a lot from doing this virtual auction. Maybe we'll take some elements with us forward, but we will be back bigger than ever. Mark your calendars for the 4th weekend in April 2021. We've compiled a video of years past to help remind us of the journey we have shared. A lot of you are in these images. Enjoy them. And please, this is our mission moment for 2020, so please enjoy this video. Thank you.
Wake if you wake with me, Sunday stalling with the TV, coffee kisses if you let me, in the glowing morning sun. Tonight I'll take you to a movie, soda smiles just might be groovy. You've got what it takes to move me, we'll be faster if we run. I never thought I'd see the day when I could fly, and I've got nothing in my way, nothing but the clouds below me, skies of yellow blue, because I'm feeling fine here with you. I will dance if you dance with me, have a little midnight party, just for two and just amazing. Fireworks will light the sky. Monday morning in a daydream, afternoon with cherry ice cream. Later on we'll catch a moonbeam, silver light brings out your eyes. I never thought I'd see the day when I could fly, and I've got nothing in my way, nothing but the clouds below me, skies of yellow blue, because I'm feeling fine here with you. I'm feeling fine here with you.
Man, we have had some amazing auctions, but in some ways, I think this might be the most amazing one of all. This one will certainly stand out, but it can't be lost on any of us that in 2006, a young child who was 6 years old in 2006 is 21 years old today. Think about all the children that you've helped, and think about all the children still that they're out in front of us that we have to work to make a difference. So even though we're not together, even though we're not in a tent, this auction is absolutely critical, and we're counting on all of you to help us raise as much money as we possibly can so that the services that these children need so much go on uninterrupted. All right. Now, we know you've had a chance to open up your Greater Giving link and begin bidding. I'm not going to tell you what the number is, but I will tell you this. We're blown away by what we've already raised. We're so excited. We are off to a great start, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. So we still got some work to do. Now, we have plenty of resources to help you. If you look down on the screen, if you need any help, call or text us at 850-278-1060. Our staff is standing by. We got phones. We'll take your calls. We'll answer your questions. We'll make sure that you have everything you need to be a part of this magnificent auction and bid high and bid often to help kids. Here's a quick refresher on how bidding will work this year. Bidding on silent lots opened yesterday, and bidding on live lots already opened. They opened this morning. In a few minutes, our extraordinary auctioneer, Ursula Hermasinski, is going to begin presenting our live lots. As is our tradition, we'll start with Magnum Force and give you a few minutes to enter bids. Ursula will announce the time bidding closes on Magnum Force. And then then once closed, announce the winner and the dollar amount that the auction lot sold for. I know there's a lot of scorekeepers at home, so I want you to hear the numbers. You can write them down in your book. She will then present multiple auction lots, typically 3 auction lots at a time, and give you a few minutes to place your final bids. She'll give you a fair warning of the time it's going to close. One thing to be aware of, there is a 20-second delay between what I say and what you hear, what Ursula says and what you hear. So we're going to go right off a clock. Our clock is synchronized with your iPhones. So look at your phones. When she says it closes at a certain time, that's when it's going to close. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get the fun started. It's my pleasure to once again to introduce to you our good friend, Gavel Gal, Ursula Hermasinski. Ursula.
Hey.
Go get him.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. And here we go. Here we go. John said it's kind of like a drinking game. No, it is a drinking game. Every time I say donate now, turn to your neighbor, cheers them, and take a little drink. Cheers. Donate now. And speaking of that, the Donate Now button at the top of your screen doesn't cost you anything. What's going to happen when you hit that, you will then go to the increments that you'll see in the paddle raise. But it's open right now. So if the mood strikes you, go ahead and donate now. And you can do it, you can put a custom, if you're going to be doing a lot of bidding, you can do a custom increment in there too. So John took care of a lot of the housekeeping. Now, this is not so different than the regular auction. We're going to have the paddle raise in the middle of the auction. We've got the increments instead of raising your paddle. Thank you, paddle sponsors, by the way. We're appreciating the paddles. We have double lots. And when we get to that, I'll tell you that's how it's going to happen. We have a small handful of double lots. We know how the Destin crowd loves those. So it's not all so different. Ease into it. I'll give you a little bit of time on Magnum Force. That's why we'll sell that separately. I know a lot of you have been bidding already. I don't want to drag this out. I want to keep you on your toes. So let's go for it. Lot number 1, as we start every year, this is the 2020 Magnum Force from your Destin Charity Wine Auction Vintners.
Barnett Vineyards. Betts Family Winery. Brewer Clifton. Buglioni Winery. Cambria Estate Winery. Cardinal Estate. Constant Diamond Mountain Vineyard. Dow Family Estates. DeLille Cellars. Dunn Vineyards. Fisher Vineyards. Knightsbridge Winery. Law Estate. Purlieu Wines. Rudd Oakville Estate. Tor Wines. VGS Chateau Patel. And 2020 Honorary Vintner Todd Newman, Dakota Shy.
Cheers.
Cheers, Todd. Cheers to all of you. Okay, now as John explained, there's a little bit of a delay. So I'm going to close this auction at precisely 4:29. 4:29, this lot will close. All of our clocks should say that at the same time, right? Even with the delay, we'll figure it out as we go along. So there's plenty of vintners that just couldn't get around this year to send in their greeting to you. So check out these 50 Magnums for this year. The Staglin set of Magnum. Don Brown at Costa Brown's got one. Paul Hobbs has sent in. This is an embarrassment of riches, as it usually is. Camus. We have, Alpha Omega, old friends, new friends in this lot. This truly, truly is a wonderful opportunity and the best souvenir lot of every year's auction. I can see smoke just blowing off the computer screens there. There's so much action on this lot. Again, like every single year that it is. So you've got about 30 more seconds, so get your bids in. We're going to close this down at 4:29. All of our smartphones are synchronized, so that's one thing that it should say, no matter of what you're seeing right here. So hang in there, just about 15 seconds to go. I hope you have room in your cellars to bring these bottles in, and I hope you have enough friends to help you enjoy. Well, it's Destin. I know you all have enough friends to make this a total party lot. So here we go for 29 sold. Magnum Force is sold. That's our first lot. How many of you were as nervous as I was during that? Let's see. Who is our winning bidder? The Carters, winning bidder of lot number 1 at $55,000. Thank you very much, as per usual. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so here now we'll get into the meat of how the rest of the day is going to go. I'm going to do a wave of 3 lots. The bidding's going to start the minute I start describing the first lot in that wave. So let's see how you can multitask. There's 3 lots for you to bid on now. Of course, I'll give you a minute or 2 when I'm done with the description of the 3rd lot so you can get your bids in. So we'll start with lot number 2. I love this lot because I love the people at Rudd Estate so much. This is a group of classy, elegant, wonderful people, right from Samantha Rudd, taking over from where her father, Leslie, finished his work, maybe a little prematurely. Oscar Henket, the estate director, and Frederick Ammons, the winemaker, want to host your party. 2 couples, they want to bring you onto this property. Very few people have been invited onto the property. It's right at the corner of the Oakville Crossroad and Silverado Trail. You've driven by it a million times, but until you win this lot and get there, you have no idea the paradise that Rudd Estate is. Organic farming, biodynamic farming, graciousness abounds, and it shows in the wines, which are so delicious. So you'll spend the morning with Frederick and Oscar touring, seeing what's happening on the property, and then the 4 of you will go over to Press, also owned by the Rudds, and have a chef pairing dinner with those delicious wines. Each couple will walk away with a 6-year vertical of those exceptional wines. So that's lot number 2. Lot number 3, Pura Vida in Costa Rica. We've got an oceanfront house for you, 5 nights, 4 bedrooms, right on Playa Potrero there. It's on the Pacific side, so this is all about sunsets for you. The beach apparently is spectacular. It's gentle. It's great for stand-up paddle boarding. There's hiking. There's cycling. There's nightlife. It sounds like an incredible, incredible big old house in Costa Rica for you. With this lot is $1,000 credit to be applied to however you'd like to do that. We haven't seen any bids on that yet, so this is a great opportunity to start clicking away and maybe find some bargain here. The final lot in this wave is from La Jolla, and we have Leah here to tell you what's going to go on with the lot.
Hi Destin, I'm Leah Fitch. You're joining me on top of Spring Mountain, 2,100 feet above the town of St. Helena here in Napa Valley, and I'm in front of the beautiful La Jolla Villa. This year, our lot will include a 3-night stay for 2 couples here at the La Jolla Villa. 2 days of exclusive wine tastings, which will include a day in Napa with a tasting and lunch at La Jolla Estate, and a day in Sonoma with our friends at Stone Street, where you will have a picnic and private tour of their 6,500-acre mountain estate. Each couple will receive 2 magnums, the 2012 La Jolla Mount Veeder and the 2013 La Jolla Mount Veeder, both receiving 100 points from Robert Parker of the Wine Advocate. Happy bidding, and we'll see you in Napa.
I couldn't say it better myself. Leah completely summed up what you 2 couples are going to get over the 3 nights that you're with there, the folks at La Jolla. What I can say about La Jolla, it's one of the lots we have in today's sale. If you are a California Cabernet lover, this is your lot, because this is what La Jolla does. Cabernet, 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 truly at some of the highest levels and the most spectacular bottlings. You'll know it when you're there visiting the properties. So here we go. Have you all been bidding? Have you been bidding on the Rudd Estate? Have you been bidding on Costa Rica? Are you bidding on that? I'm going to go ahead and close this lot at $434. These are weird times, aren't they? $434, so you've got about 30 seconds to figure it out. A lot of people have been bidding since the bidding opened at 9 o'clock this morning. And if you're one of them, then this is nothing for you. And if it's not, your heart's got to be racing as fast as ours are. So you've got another 20 seconds or so to get the bids in on either lot number 2, 3, or 4. Go for it. We want you to win all of these. And so the first wave, I think it's going to be very successful for us. You got about 4 more seconds to go. Let's see how you do. And it's closed. There you go. Lot 2 from Rudd Estate, Lot 3, the Pura Vida in Costa Rica, and Lot 4. Let me check in with the ladies. They're tallying the final bids, and they'll show us who the successful bidders are. So the Rudd Estate lot on Lot 2 is sold for $4,000. The Carters are the lucky ones that get to go hang out at Rudd Estate. You're going to love it. Lot number 3 in Costa Rica, the Kylies are the winners here at $18,000. So congratulations, Kylies. That's a heck of a house for you there on the beach. And finally, lot number 4, La Jolla. The Carters are going to spend those 3 nights at La Jolla as well, this time for $16,000. So very well bid, all of you. Very well bid. Oh, there we have a double lot alert. We are going to double lot number 3. The Costa Rica house. Okay, so this is how this is going to happen. The price has been established by the Kylies, I believe. They've established the price. Now, the next people, the first bid in, go onto your smartphone, get onto your browser, refresh. That lot number 3 should come up again, and the first person that comes in and bids it and buy it will have the opportunity to take that lot, doubling up that lot at the same price. So I'll let you all work. Who wanted to go to Costa Rica? Who missed it? Now's your opportunity. And once a lot is officially doubled, we'll keep that open until the end of the auction, if not tomorrow. John will tell us how that goes. So the end of the first wave, you guys are amazing. I thank you, but I've got some really important people to thank you as well.
Hi, Ken Hare, and on behalf of the 1,000 children that have had a home with children in crisis over the last 14 years, thank you, Destin Charity Wine Auction Foundation.
Okay, our next wave, some exciting stuff coming up. In the next wave here, we're starting with lot number 5. It's Eric Repair's Famous Camus Cookout. This is scheduled for this coming January 13th through the 18th, and Eric has to put all his friends together, and his friends are soon to be your friends too. Jose Andres, Emerald Lagasse, Rick Bayless. We've got Andrew Zimmer, Daniel Balloud. I mean, these guys have more fun and they create more fun than anyone put together in the Grand Cayman. So it is 5 nights in a 4-bedroom residence there on 7 Mile Beach. It's a Ritz-Carlton residence. So your party in the 4, say it's 4 couples in the 4-bedroom, you will have made available all the amenities of the Ritz-Carlton right there, and then you'll have your way with the tickets and the passes to various aspects of the cookout. You can pick and choose which events you want to go with in the cookout, or not. Or you can just hang out. Of course, we would love you to have dinner at Blue, the incredible restaurant there. We've got a private boat tour for your party lined up for you. Really, you can participate as much as you possibly can with the chefs, or you can just hang back. And let me say one thing about the trips, because we've got a handful of trips, as you know. Given the current uncertainty, rest assured, this staff is absolutely dedicated to work with you. If you don't feel comfortable in going somewhere, doing some aspect of it, everybody wants everybody to feel comfortable. We're all in it for the same purpose. So just know, go ahead and bid on something, buy something now, and you know that the staff here is going to work with you to make sure that we deliver on all our promises. So that's it. Lot number 5, it's the Famous Camus Cookin'. Eric Repair in charge of that. Our next trip, lot number 6, is Santa Barbara, the next wave. Let's see what we have here.
Hello everyone, Greg Brewer reporting live from the Santa Rita Hills here at Brewer Clifton and Diatom. On behalf of Jackson family, Jill Russell at Cambria and I are so excited for our auction package. a couple of nights out here in Santa Barbara at the beautiful Foxton Guest House, some time with Jill at Cambria up in Santa Maria. She's super fun, smarter than I am, and you'll have a great time going through Catherine's and Julia's, and then some time with me here at the winery going through some older wines because I'm older. So it's going to be a great auction. We can't wait. Thank you so much for your support.
We have an amazing auction lot that Jackson Family Wines put together. Santa Barbara, the next wave. Please come out and join us here for a great adventure. You'll stay at the Foxton House, which is right down the road from Cambria Winery. Do some horseback riding in our beautiful vineyards, helicopter ride. The best part will be visiting Greg Brewer down at Brewer Clifton in Santa Rita Hills. You'll also come visit me and we'll go through some wines, and then some beautiful wines as well. Some library wines from Greg and our signature collection from Cambria. So we're very much looking forward to it.
There you have it. The Jackson Family Reach is unbelievable. These properties are spectacular. The Foxton Wine Trail is a different thing now. So the next wave is this new aspect of exquisiteness, luxury. It's just wonderful. And Jill and Greg are there. They're on board. They want to make sure that you have a trip of a lifetime to the Santa Barbara area. If you're a Pinot lover and a Chardonnay lover, it really doesn't get better than this. Greg will set you up in the Santa Rita Hills, that appellation of delicious, delicious wine projects that he's doing there. As I said, Pinot and Chard, although you'll find a couple other bottles of different varieties to drink. Each couple will walk away with 3 6-packs, so you're going to have a lot of wine with that lot as well. Lastly, in this second wave of ours is the Journey to Jackson Hole. Pure and simple. The Four Seasons Resort, which is right at the foot of the mountain, the ski mountain there, the gondola tram will take you up to the top, whether you go in winter for world-class skiing or in the summer for world-class fly fishing, hiking, and biking. This is 3 nights of luxury at the Four Seasons Resort for you at Jackson Hole. All the amenities of the property are there for you, and this is just a great, tight trip to take and support with what we're doing here. So there you go. Our 3 lots in this wave. I'm going to end the bidding. I'm going to give you a minute to bid on these then. So at 4:42, I'll close this lot. So as a little bit of a recap, we have the famous Cayman Island Cookout. I mean, I would love to go. Whenever these chefs get together, they are such friends, and the hijinks ensues while you're having the best food you can possibly imagine. You're probably better fed than anyone else on the whole entire planet that week in January. So that's the Cayman Cookout. And then lot number 6, the next wave in Santa Barbara. And I truly, truly recommend that you fly to Santa Barbara and spend a few days there. What's wrong with that? Just the gem of the city there. Love Santa Barbara, miss it terribly. And then finally in this lot, Jackson Hole. I'm a skier. I love Jackson Hole, but I'm also a nature enthusiast. So the opportunity to see the bison that runs so freely there. We're about to close at 4:42, and the gavel is down. Sold, sold, and sold. So we have those 3 lots, and the girls will be scrambling to tell us who all the lucky winners are here. So let us see how it goes with Cayman Islands, Santa Barbara, and Jackson Hole. So we are going to lot number, I don't know what 3A stands for. Oh, the winner of the double lot. Oh, okay, we have a winner for the double in Costa Rica. The Brannons came in. Is it Brannon? Okay, the Brannons came in and doubled up that lot on Costa Rica. So before we announce the results of the next wave, thank you, Brannons. They went ahead and took that whole big old beach house, oceanfront house in Costa Rica. Okay, so let's go back and now announce the winners on this wave. Lot number 5, Bill Sanders and his group are going to 7 Mile Beach in Grand Cayman and having this big time in the culinary experience. $35,000, the winning bid there. Incredible. I'm actually absolutely jealous on that. Lot number 6 is open. No winning bids there. It's open, so I encourage anybody to consider this trip for 2 couples, 3 nights, this gorgeous, gorgeous house on Foxton Canyon Wine Trail. Go ahead and bid on it. We're going to keep that one open for you. And finally, lot number 7 at Jackson Hole, we have $24,000 to the Tomasellos. They bought Jackson Hole. How incredible with those two couples. So that's the end of the wave there. Oh, I'm seeing there's a double alert. Ding, 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 ding. A double lot alert on Jackson Hole. Okay, good. On Jackson Hole. So who else would like their opportunity to get to Jackson Hole and have 3 unbelievable nights for 2 couples at the Four Seasons Resort there? Again, skiing summer you can't lose. Whenever you go, get yourself there and you will just breathe in that air. Incredible. So that's a double alert on lot number 7. We'll come back to you when we find out some results there. Now, our next wave, it is heating up because the lots are getting intense. And how generous is this from Steve and Brigitte Grisel from Bet's Family Wine?
Mallory is our family lodge. It's our favorite place in the world. It's tranquil, it's beautiful, it's secluded, and it's waiting for you. Believe it or not, it was never built to be a commercial lodge. It was built for presidents and movie stars, just like you. So that's why we want you to come and enjoy these beautiful presidential suites. And B, tell us about the winelands.
Well, you're going to have an amazing time in the winelands. We have an incredible lineup of wineries, winemakers, chefs, exceptional dinners, and of course, Babylon Storing, which is a real treat. It's a working farm, none other like anywhere else in the world, and we can't wait for you to experience it. Cheers.
Cheers to all of you. Bid high.
And bid often.
All right. Well, this, as some of you know, because some of you have actually gone on this trip before, is a trip of the lifetime, the way that Steve and Brigitte has set it up for you. Exclusivity, privacy, luxury all the way. As a matter of fact, the first night when you land in Johannesburg, you're staying at the Da Vinci Hotel in Sandton, and Sandton is described as the wealthiest square mile in all of Africa. So you know it's going to be luxury, you know you're going to be safe, it sounds wonderful. Then, to continue the luxurious theme, you'll be flying privately up to the Malari Safari Lodge, as Steve says, his family home that he built for his family and also to entertain at the highest level. The Madikwe Game Reserve is malaria-free. That's one thing in this day and age, so you'll be fine there. And chances are you won't see another person other than your cohorts, the other couple, when you're there. Steve and Brigitte are going to stock the wine cellar, your own private wine cellar at the Malari Lodge right there for you. You won't be sharing wine with anybody else that you don't want to. It sounds incredible, and you'll be in an open-air Jeep for the game visits. It sounds incredible. Then you'll be whisked off to wine country, where you'll have personal concierges taking you to the highlights of the South African wine world there. You're staying at another 3 nights in the glorious property, Babylon Storing. So it's 8 nights total. It's a time commitment, but you're flying that whole entire way. And rest assured, once you get there, you'll be in your own microcosm of luxury and experience. I love this lot. Thank you, Steve and Brigitte. Lot number 9, we have another luxurious trip, and we have George and Daniel Dow of Dow Estate to tell you about it.
This mountain has been inviting people from all across the world. Its beauty and its elegance and its grace, perched up on top of the entire Paso Robles region. And we want you to feel what we felt sitting here this morning, gazing at this beautiful sunrise.
And I remember the first time coming on this mountain, I felt the energy. I felt this is the place where we belong. You have to be here in person to really understand how crazy this is. Crazy beautiful.
I I love that. Crazy beautiful. These brothers have an incredible story. If you don't know it, go onto their website and read about their story, because this truly is a project built in their passion not only for wine, obviously, but also a lifestyle of sharing, and also a commitment to curating, taking care of the land, taking care of their family, their employees. It's a wonderful, wonderful story. So we have airfare for you from here to Paso Robles, and then we have 3 nights for 2 couples. You're going to be staying at the Allegretto Vineyard Resort, not up at the property, but it's right nearby. Transportation will be provided from you as needed to and from. The Allegretto Vineyard Resort is a pretty cool place. It's European-style resort that beckons epic adventures. So this is an epic adventure for you. Spend the 3 or 4 days with the Dow brothers. You'll have a private dinner with them, but they also want to whisk you up to Pebble Beach, where the 4 of you will choose between, they've got 2 rounds of golf for you or 2 spa visits. You can mix and match. The guys might want to do the spa while the women are out on the golf course. However you want to divvy that up, but they've got that outlined for you. We welcome the Dow brothers. This is the first time that they've participated with us at the wine auction, so let's do them the honor of showing them what we're all about. And finally, in this wave, we have Todd's lot, the honorary chair lot. Let's see what he's cooked up for you.
Welcome to Dakota Shy. I'm so excited to be part of such an awesome lot this year, and I certainly hope it raises lots of money for the kids. Behind me, you'll see the Dakota Shy estate. We have 4 master bedrooms here on property, all en-suite bathrooms, really kind of like a 5-star resort, if you would. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to spend 4 nights here where Chef Tim Crehan's going to prepare an unbelievable meal for us. We'll dig in the cellar, we'll dig in the library, some of my private collections, and we will work through a lot of wine while you're here. From there, NetJets has so graciously offered to fly us privately to Triple Creek Ranch, which is a 5-star resort in Montana that is just good for the soul. It is a beautiful, beautiful place to go. We can fly fish, we can horseback ride, and I even heard you can pan for sapphires, and maybe we'll find a big one, and it'll help pay for this auction lot. So to the lucky winners, we're gonna have some fun when you come here. I can promise you that.
God love you, Todd. You're always thinking, yeah, find a big honkin' sapphire and pay for this auction lot. Hopefully you find a sapphire that's so large that you can buy more than 1 lot. That's the intention anyway. So check it out. Todd described that very, very eloquently. We have Todd, the 1-2 punch of Todd and Chef Crehan taking care of you while you're at Dakota Shy, that luxurious, comfortable resort of relaxed, elegant. Todd, of course, being your concierge there. And then the second 1-2 punch of Napa, and then the Triple Creek Ranch. Thank you, NetJets, one of our many sponsors, for donating that airfare to fly you from Napa to Missoula. It ain't easy to get there, so how lucky that the 4 of you will have, the 6 of you, it's 3 couples, will have that. So 4 nights in Napa and 3 nights at the Triple Creek Ranch, which I've never been, but I have a lot of wine friends that go and can't wait to be invited back. So upcoming lucky you. Now, thank you, whoever called into the helpline. Thank you for taking advantage of that, because I have been told that someone would like a little bit more time in the lots closing, and I can appreciate that. So thank you for letting us know. That's why that helpline is set up. So here we go. We'll give you a little bit more time, because these lots are huge. They're absolutely huge, and they might need some thinking. They may need some consortiums to get through. So let us close this at 4:54. 4:54, that gives you, is that enough? About 1.5 minutes. I also try to make the descriptions a little longer, because hopefully you're bidding while I'm giving the descriptions anyway. I hope you all have the catalogs in front of you, because the catalogs are really, really beautiful, and they have every ounce of information that you need in there. And how about these videos that the donors, they spent so much time, they did such a good job. It makes me want to go on every single one of these lots. So start your bidding, or continue your bidding. So what I can tell you is that I hope you're all enjoying this other kind of NetJets fuel that with their donation of the air miles, the airtime they've given you. They have provided this exceptional rosé. We can't wait to open ours to keep you going. So thank you, NetJets. Ashley, I'm going to hand you this back so we can get it on ice. So we can, ooh, I left camera. There we go. Sorry, I missed you. I'll get you as soon as possible. So I hope this is enough time on these 3 lots because I'm going to close this in 2 seconds coming up. Sold. There you go. Was that enough time, do you think? Okay. Again, I try to give longer descriptions so you'd have more time that way too. So we'll see. We have Africa, we have Paso Robles, and we have the honorary lot with Todd and Tim Crean. The girls are working it. There was such active and furious bidding on all of these. Let's see where we ended up. So on lot number 8, Samuel Smith bought the Africa trip for $50,000. I am truly, truly envious of that bid. That one's not going to be doubled. I don't think it's going to be doubled. I don't think we can do that. So very, very well bid, Mr. Smith and your party. Lot number 9, let's see how we honored our first time. The Sheehan's are going to Paso Robles to hang out with the Dow brothers. $23,000, the winning bid there. Thanks a lot for that. You're going to love this in the Central Coast of of California. Wow. And then how did Todd's lot do? Well, there we have it. Todd's lot, the Carters, the Hayes, and the Dailies got together and their syndicate bought this for $105,000.
We have to stop right here because $105,000 is a new DCWAF record for the single sale of an auction lot, and we did it virtually. So to Joan and Steve, Jeannie Daly, Don and Kathy Hay, thank you so very much. You are heroes. $105,000. Let's see some confetti. Go, Gare.
Oh, don't look at us. No,
just
don't
like
look
a
at
real
us.
auction.
There you go.
All we need is, we can't have the celebration music and we can't have the smoke, but we can have confetti. Ursula, great job.
Oh.
All of you, thank you for that. Holy cow. Just an aside, because I got to share, we've already eclipsed our goal for the auction already.
Donate now.
Keep going. Don't stop. But we already exceeded our goal. Thank you so very much.
You guys are amazing, amazing. I have goosebumps. Really, truly amazing. Okay, so we can say thank you all day long. Do we have some more kids to say thank you to you directly?
Thank you. 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 Thank you.
Let's continue on with the next wave. Again, these lots are incredible this year, and I think you're all rising to the challenge here. Well done on, I bet you John is taking a huge sigh of relief that we've met goal already. Now it's just fun and party. So lot number 11, Little Dick's Bay with the Phelps family. How amazing is this lot? Let's take a look. I can just see you. I can just see you on the beach laying back with a glass of Phelps insignia. Oh, there's Chef Korean. Tim's coming in offering me a little morsel to eat. Yep, imagine yourselves there. Tim's coming on this lot too. I don't know how much time Tim's going to spend in his cooking endeavors here. He's going to get more executive flight miles at the end of this auction, and everybody's so lucky because Tim's going to be joining Lynn and Kelsey Phelps with your party in your 4-bedroom villa in the brand new Rosewood at Little Dix Bay. You're going to be there for 7 nights. The Phelps are going to be loaded up with wine for you. Chef Korean is going to be loaded up with his special ingredients and his special sauce, and they are there to have fun, talk wine, talk food, talk about whatever you'd like right there beachside. Doesn't that property look spectacular? Tim will make 2 villa dinners for you. You're also going to have 2 days of island hopping on a private chartered boat for you, and the rest is just pure relaxation in that exceptionally gorgeous area. So not only are you going to have your glass of insignia beachside, you'll walk away with a souvenir 6-liter bottle of the 2010 insignia. That's a jewel of the crown of any seller. So what an incredible lot. Thank you, Phelps family, on that lot number 11. Lot number 12, pure wine. Pure wine, pure Napa Valley history from Stag's Leap Wine Cellars. It's their 50th anniversary, so they're offering 50 bottles of an assortment of their very, very best bottlings from the 21st century. You have, it's all listed for you. The Bell Ringers, of course, Cask 23, the Fay Vineyard, Artemis, all these bottles are absolutely incredible. There's a horizontal, there's a vertical, any way you slice it and dice it. This is pure Stag's Leap Wine Cellars. That historic property whose 1973 Cabernet Sauvignon really put the Napa Valley on the map at that now very famous tasting, the Paris tasting. I'm sure you've all seen the movie Bottle Shock. If you haven't, you have to, I can't chastise you if you haven't, I just don't know anyone who hasn't, but anyway, you'll see the history of that there. So thank you, Stag's Leap Wine Cellar, for going ahead and making such an important donation to us this year. Finally, the end of this wave, we have Coastal Kennebunkport, and Kennebunkport, again, as you all know, is the jewel of the Maine coastline crown you have there. The White Barn Inn, again, I've never been, but I've had friends who go back every single year because they love it so much. Again, the epitome of relaxed elegance there. We're offering 3 nights for 3 couples to just relax at this auberge resort. And again, you can't lose whatever season that you choose. Make your reservations far in advance if you're going to go for the fall foliage, which people do. Other people go in the summertime. And it really doesn't matter. You may not want to stray too far from this incredible inn. They offer classes, culinary experiences, wine tasting experiences. There's spa experiences. There's an incredible restaurant there. So you just might want to hang out there, rent a bike from them, and tool around there. But Kennebunkport at the highest level, this is an incredible lot. Again, 3 couples, so you'll have a big time. We are going to give you $1,000 credit for this as well. Why not? Why wouldn't we? Okay, so we will close this then. I'll give you a little extra time. I want to make sure that everybody's comfortable with the bidding. I'll say 504. And also, let me know if it's not working for you. Let me know. I think that we're completely synced up time-wise. We tried it earlier, so we should still be. But if you're having any problems with that, call the helpline, and I will make sure that we slow down, speed up, try to accommodate this critical mass of generous bidders that you are. So 504. That gives you well over a minute now. So let's recap here. We don't have a person limit, do we, on the Phelps lot at Little Dix Bay? It's a 4-bedroom villa, so then again, let's assume a couple per bedroom. Let's assume 4 couples there for the 7 nights. Of course, you'll want the Phelps to know because they'll have to know how much wine to bring. Give them plenty of advance, too. And also Chef Korean, so he'll know who he's cooking for and how many he's cooking for. And then Stag's Leap Wine Cellar, that's pure wine. Warren Winiarski, such a hero of mine in the history of the Napa Valley, such a gracious man, spent so much time with me when I was a young wine kid, teaching me all about the Napa Valley. So very near and dear to my heart. And then finally, the Kennebunkport. I mean, just look at the colors right there in that photograph. Up close and personal, it's got to be an amazing experience to be there, especially if you can time foliage right. So here comes the gavel. We got about 10 more seconds for you to go. Are your bids in? Are you doing it? Okay, I hope you're having fun. We are here. Believe it or not, we are having a good time. It's a little bit more relaxed. Sold. There you go. 504 exactly. Well bid. Very, very well bid. So we'll check in. We'll see who's going to Little Dick's Bay, the new Rosewood property there. We'll see who is adding all that Stag's Leap Wine Cellars wine into their cellar, and we'll find out who gets to go to Kennebunkport. So, Little Dick's Bay, the Wilsons are going. The Wilsons are taking over that 4-bedroom villa at Little Dick's Bay. And the Robertsons are adding all those 50 bottles of Stag's Leap Wine Cellar wine into their cellar. Party at the Robertsons' house. And finally here, we have the Harrises going to Kennebunkport with their 3 couples, their group of 3 couples there. And $15,000 is what they paid for that. Ding, 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 ding. We have a double alert. A double alert. We can actually double up Kennebunkport. So Kennebunkport's going to be doubled. The Harrises, they established the price. So it's $15,000. Refresh your bidder, and we'll take the first. We know that there's a lot of interest in Kennebunkport. So the first person that comes in is able to ding that button are going to get that. So once again, I thank you, but I got a lot of cute kids that want to thank you too.
Thank you, Destin Charity, for helping us grow our village.
Thank you, Destin Charity.
Oh, okay, good. Thank you. Hi, I'm back. I never said the amount the Little Dick's Bay was won for $80,000. Very well bid. Very, very well bid. That doesn't put any pressure on the Phelps family, does it? Make sure the Phelps know what that bid was. No, you know what? They're so generous, it's not going to matter. They got you. They got you no matter what. Okay, do you folks need a 7th inning stretch? Remember that the silent auction is open. If some of this is too rich for your blood, look at the silent auction lots. They are open now. And don't forget that Donate Now button. Oh, I got confetti in it. Oh, what did I say? Oh, Donate Now. That button, just gear up. It doesn't cost you anything to click on that until you get to the increments. As I said before, you can make up your own increment there. Okay, our next wave of 3 lots. We'll start out with Napa, Napa, Napa. And one of our favorites, and certainly you are one of his favorites. Of all the way he travels around the world, he speaks the most highly of you all in Destin whenever I run into him around the world. So let's hear what Jean-Noel Formeau from VGS has to say about this auction lot.
Hello, our friends in Destin, Florida. How are you? You know, I'm here at Chateau Hotel on Mount Vidor. And usually we are with you in Destin for the auction, but this year we come virtually with you. So I want you to know that the VGS Chateau Hotel lot this year has been extended with 17 other wineries of Mount Vidor. And we want to receive 2 couples from you coming to Napa Valley, enjoy food, wine, barrel tasting, the great Mount Vidor experience, and also some magnums given by these 17 wineries. So Destin Charity is a fantastic charity. This year is even special because we cannot be together, but I invite you to bid high and with perseverance and come to Mount Vidor, 2,000 feet above Napa Valley, so bid high. Stay safe.
Okay, bid high and stay safe. Perfect message from Jean-Noel. Let me just interject here that the Tomasellos swooped in and they took the Kennebunkport double at the same price, at that $15,000 price. So thank you. Thank you, all bidders. And see, you got to be quick on the button for those doubles because it happens and you can win. Okay, so let's get back to the regularly scheduled program. Lot number 14, we heard from Jean-Noel. He's the captain of this lot for the whole appellation. Mount Veeder is a very, very special area that few people go to. So as you're driving up 29, most people are just beelining it straight up, whether they're going to stop in St. Yountville, St. Helena, or Calistoga. Mount Veeder is in the Western Mountains on that side. So you're getting these exceptional wines because that's what's getting the fog first and settling down and keeping so much of that fruit cooler there. The fog eventually burns off, but it has a different microclimate that results in these really, really special wines. So this is lots of wine from each and every one of the 17 vintners that participated, and then you have all these events. There's breakfast, lunch, dinners, tours, and tastings. And once you buy this lot, you don't have to use them all consecutively. Keep them in your pocket, keep the certificates, hand them off to friends, use them on a Mount Veeder intensive, but you can spread those out. And again, all the vintners will work with you. I'm stretching, putting my neck out on a limb. There's no expiration dates on all these events for you. They want really to introduce Mount Veeder to the winning bidders here. Lot number 15, Screaming Eagle again this year. Here we go. And John Carroll Merrill is showing these pristine bottles. I know that they came right from the winery. We're not messing with the original tissue wraps because there's value in keeping that. It's the original wood carton. Now, Screaming Eagle did not produce a 2017 because of the fires. And it breaks my heart to say, who knows what's going to happen with the 2020 vintage. But anyway, this 2016 is 100 points. It's a 100-point wine. And if you're not on the mailing list, where else are you going to get this wine other than the secondary market? You're going to pay a lot for it anyway. So pay a lot and help the children for the wine here. 100 points of Screaming Eagle. It's so special. What the folks are doing up at Screaming Eagle, Nick Gleason, the winemaker there, he's got the heart and the anima that he puts in there. It's really an exceptional, exceptional property. Yes, it's worth every penny that you pay for a bottle of Screaming Eagle, truly. So that's it. That's our lot number 15 from Screaming Eagle. And then the last lot of these three is very, very special. A first-time participant again, Mariano Buglioni, has put this together for us. Let's take a look at the visual of this lot. Mario has been recruited for us this year by his friend Chan Cox, who's actually done this trip, and Chan says that this is the most exquisite time that he's ever had in northern Italy, and that was all Mariano's graciousness putting this together. Mariano is so bummed that he can't be here because he'd heard so much about your generosity and your esprit de corps, however you say that in Italian. So he's very sorry that he couldn't make it, and he's watching because he wants to just be a part of us, so we'll welcome him in April. And some winning bidders, 3 couples, will have the opportunity to personally hang out with them because you'll know them by then, whenever you end up taking the trip. He's one, too, who's also said, you'll take the trip when you feel safe to take the trip. So there's no deadline on this. He will honor it. So the gist is this: 6 nights for 3 couples, a big group of you in the Veneto. You'll fly into Milano, spend as many days there as you want. That's on your dime and on your lira. Then the extravaganza starts. Mariano's taking care of all the ground transportation. You're going to be staying in farmhouses, renovated farmhouses with all the modern conveniences, to castles, same thing, these amazing castles. Your meals, you're going to be eating under the stars. You're going to be eating in between the vines of vineyards. And you're also going to be eating in Michelin 3-star restaurants. So this is going to run the gamut. Mariano is really showing off the Veneto, Valpolicella, and his wines to your group of 3 couples. It sounds like all the stops are going to be pulled out, and this is going to be a trip of a lifetime. So I hope the lucky bidders are gearing up for it right now. So let's look at our timing. I think that will give you till 5:15. How about that? That gives you just over a minute. And again, I've given you these longer descriptions. So get your syndicates together or take the Rutherford lot all on your own. Anybody can add 17 bottles more or less to their cellar, can't you? If you can't, you need a bigger cellar. And then all those lunches, tours, and tastings you can work out. You'll use them over the years. You really will. Screaming Eagle, you want it or you're not, bid, bid, bid. If you want it, bid, bid, bid. Because really, it's a fastly evaporating stock from an opportunity to get a 3-pack of the 2016. And then finally, you might need a second or two, and you've got 45 seconds, more or less, to think about this trip to Italy, to get your 3 couples together on this exceptional journey. It does look like it will be a trip of a lifetime. I mean, we've all been to Italy, but to see it with a concierge like that, a winemaker, Mariano Buglioni, is a very, very special opportunity that you have there. Remember, the silent auction is still open. We're going to get to the paddle raise, so there's lots of opportunities for you to spend your money and support what we're doing here. Here comes the gavel. You know what happens. It's 5:15. Sold. There you go. 5:15. Those 3 lots have just closed. I can't wait to see who stepped up to the Screaming Eagle. So we have lot 14, the Mount Veeder experience, the 100-point Screaming Eagle 3-pack, and then, of course, Italy. So, Mount Veeder, Tracy Wilson has swooped in, and for $13,000, she's going to be the queen of Mount Veeder once John Noel finishes with her. That's going to be fantastic. Lot number 15, the Screaming Eagle 3-pack of the 100-point 2016 goes to the Davises. $17,000 is what it costs them for that. And then, finally, Italy, $33,000, the Connerleys, their group is going to that. How exceptional. Again, I'm envious of each and every one of you winning bidders. That's incredible. I'm looking out, anticipating any double alerts. Nope, okay. So we will move on. How's the timing working for you? Are you getting enough time to talk to your friends? Are you getting enough time to have your glasses refilled? Now, remember, when I'm standing up here during the live auction, I'm seeing how much you drink, and I'm seeing how much you socialize. So I hope nothing's changed. I hope that you're still keeping to your true self in this, because there's a lot more fun to be had with some of these lots as we go forward. So let's get into our next 3-pack, so to speak. Lot number 17, we have Little Palm Island. And I've said this in every rehearsal. You all know more about Little Palm Island than I do. I've sold it a lot, but not for the last 2 years. As you all well know, Hurricane Irma had her way with the incredible resort, but we're back. They're back, and they're better than before, truly. So this Little Palm Island, 2 couples for 4 nights. Get there and do what you do on Little Palm Island. I'll tell you how you're getting there. We've got a private jet for you. The Hawker is going to take you over. So that can't be so bad, right? And then you have the yacht transportation over. So 2 couples will spend 4 nights doing what it is you do on Little Palm Island. Probably a whole lot of nothing at the highest level. Anyway, the chef there, Daniel Gannum, will take care of you. And I don't think you need to think about anything except your change of swimsuits. So there you have that, Little Palm Island. The next lot, let's go back to Napa for a half a second and let us put ourselves into the very, very capable and gracious hands of Hal and Fiona Barnett.
Hal and I used to live in San Francisco in the early 80s, and we wanted to get out of the foggy conditions in the summertime up in San Francisco, so we decided to go up to Napa and we ended up finding this property in 1983.
We had decided through that process that we wanted to be on the hillside because it became clear that the better Cabernets were being grown on the hillsides. And one of the goals, besides having a home, was to have a Cabernet vineyard.
It's a small family-owned winery. You don't feel like you are in the crowded areas down on the valley floor where there's a lot of people and you sort of get shuffled through the crowds. Up here, people come up here and they sit and they relax and they really have a unique experience up here.
Okay, thank you, Fiona and Hal. How great is that? You know, the theme here, Napa Valley, California Cabernet, we're seeing this in this auction at the highest level. Kudos, you guys, for putting these lots together. And kudos to you, the bidders, who make these friends with these winemakers who want to come back every single year and give us such incredible lots. And in this case, Hal and Fiona opening their home to you. And you're going to have 4 couples, 5 nights. Again, how great is this? You're taking over the run of their incredible property and just decamping. You'll have dinner with them one night, and I recommend that you have dinner with them one night early on so they can tell you their favorite little nooks and crannies of the valley, the cool places to go, the real insider places to go, but however that works out for you guys. Each couple will walk away with a souvenir of a 3-liter of the 2017 very famous Rattlesnake Vineyard Cabernet Sauvignon. So this is great. 5 full nights of just relaxing in one of the Napa Valley's most beautiful properties with most beautiful views. Did you see that? Just spectacular. So bid on that, bid high, bid often. It's exceptional. The last lot we have in this wave, there's already been hot bidding on this. I don't know how much extra time I need to get you guys, but this is Serenity at Sea Island. So 4 couples, again, 6 nights. And I love this lot too, just like at the Barnetts, that you're gonna get there and your whole party gets to decamp. There's not a lot of rushing around. You can rush around as much as you'd like or as little as you need to, however you're going to do that. We've got air for you here too on the King Air prop plane. The picture of it's right there. So that's pretty cool. So all 8 of you, 4 couples, are going to get to a private home in the Cloister on Sea Island, and then it's up to you once you get there. Are you going to take advantage of the spa treatments, walking, biking, hiking? I don't know about the golf there. How's the golf on Sea Island? Outstanding golf. I need to get that from John, so I have it imagined. We've got a yacht cruise set up for you one day, but the bottom line is lots and lots of relaxing with your friends. How about the shrimp boil? I don't know. It all sounds great. And you all know that because we've seen some hot activity on it right now. So that's your wave. Let's give you a little bit more time because of all the action. Let's say 5:23. How about a minute and a half? Does that make you nervous? 5:23 for these 3 lots. I don't know if... Are you all using the max bid function? That's the best way to go. It might be a little late in the game to mention that, but when you put the max bid in, you set it, you forget it, and we'll let you know if the bidding blows by your max, because then you can get back in the game, and maybe that's why I'm giving a little bit of extra time right now. A full minute now from now. We'll close it out at 5:23. Because if people have put max bids in, the system will say you're out, and then you're going to want to get with your other couples to say how much higher can you go. So a little bit of a recap. You've got the Little Palm Island, a hot lot right there, lot number 17, 2 couples for 4 nights on there. Yes, again, smoke are coming out of the girls' monitors over there. This is hot action here. The Barnett's incredible home for 5 nights for 4 couples, again, 8 of you. And then another 4 couples. If you're not going to Spring Mountain in the Napa Valley, you might as well go to Sea Island because it's 4 couples for 6 nights here. And we're coming in the home stretch with the last 10 minutes. Bid, 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 or else wait with your heart in your mouth as we say, sold. There you go. Let's see who has what. I'm getting nervous because we are getting into the home stretch almost, so at least halfway done, right? Okay, so the girls are looking with furrowed brows, seeing all the calculations up on their screen. On these 3 lots, 17 Little Palm, 18 Spring Mountain at Barnett Vineyards, and that incredible wine and incredible hospitality, and 19 the Serenity at Sea Island, Georgia. They have so many bids, it's hard for them to figure it all out. Okay, so here we have lot number 17, the lucky winner of Little Palm Island at $34,000 is Bart Begley. Good job, Bart. There you go. You've got that. Lot number 18, who's in? Lot number 18, did we meet the opening bid right there? Jessica is letting me know. The Carters have lot number 18 at $17,000. Well bid. Your party's going off there. I can just imagine the great time you're going to have. And finally in this wave, lot number 19, Serenity at Sea Island, Georgia, goes to the Sheehan's for $54,000. $54,000. You guys are great. Okay, ding, 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 double alert, double alert. What are we doubling? We are doubling Little Palm Island. So refresh my memory, little Bart Begley got that, the original winner. Okay, so if you were in it to win it on Little Palm Island, he set the price, Bart set the price at $34,000. Refresh your browser, go in there, and the first bidder can take that away at Bart Bedley's price that he set up there. A little bit different this year, but it's all working to the kids' advantage. And then we have a double alert. We'll double up Sea Island, Georgia as well. How about that? How about that? Okay, so the Sheehan's set the price there. What was it, 54? So there, if you were in it at 52, stretch, get your couples together. It's over 2 couples, right? Just meet the price that the Sheehan's set up. Why wouldn't you do that? Because again, it's for the kids and 4 couples. The 8 of you will be able to have your big time in Sea Island, Georgia. So that's doubled too. Lot number 19 is doubled. Lot 17 is doubled. Little Palm Island, 19 is doubled. And as and when I get notification of the winning bidders of these doubles, I'll let you all know. So once again, we've got some more people who would like to thank you.
We wish we were with you, and we miss you. Thank you, Destin Charity Wine Auction Foundation.
Oh, that was quick. Okay, here we go. We're in the 20s now. We're coming into the home stretch. In this wave, we have the paddle raise, so get ready for that too, because that's going to be a whole lot of fun. Different, but still fun. So let's start this. Kick off this wave with the very generous donation, as usual, from Grace and Ken Evenstad at Domain Serene. And there's a twist to this lot. A lot of us have been there because they're so generous. They donate their home all the time. But 2 couples will spend 3 nights there. And we've got an interesting thing that we'll do this time. You know, they have a sister property. They own a property in Burgundy. I think it's Domaine de la Cree. So what they want to do one of the nights when you're there is have a tasting with their wines from their Burgundian estate and then their Pinots and Chardonnays from Oregon, the Dundee Hills. It's the time-tested, ultimate taste, New World, Old World with Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. Again, and both properties at the highest level. So you'll learn a lot. Maybe this trip you take to Oregon and then maybe the next time you're off to Burgundy to see how it works the other way. So again, 3 nights for 2 couples. That's a special add-on to this lot. And another thing too, which I've never sold before, I haven't seen them auction, is they have a wine lounge at Lake Oswego, which is right outside of Portland, and that sounds kind of cool. You'll go there for lunch. So again, one night you'll have dinner with Grace and Ken. Another night you'll do that tasting with Burgundy, Old World, New World on their properties, and then you'll have lunch down at their wine lounge. So the rest is enjoying yourself in the Dundee Hills of Oregon, which is so spectacularly beautiful, as I know so many of you know. Lot number 21, the paddle raise. So this is going to be like the 7th inning stretch because we're going to work this as a paddle raise. We're going to do it. We're going to do it here and now. So everybody stand up, stretch around, have your smartphone right there because we're going to do this all together as a paddle raise with our increments. So everybody take your smartphone out, hit the donate now button. Oh, donate now, take a drink. Hit that button and it's going to take you to the increments of the paddle raise that we have for you this year. And they're the same increments that we have every single year. So please, 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 as I always like, we go for 100% participation of everybody who's out there watching. And let's do it now, get it over and done with, and then you'll know that you've done it. So take your phone out, the Donate Now button. You'll see the increments right there. And it's just a matter of tapping the increment or as many increments as you'd like. So here we go on the paddle raise. Let's get this set up, though. Let's tee it up with some people who know a thing or two about the paddle raise as we've done it over the years.
15 years ago, I asked a group of friends to join me in this room to form a charity wine foundation an auction to benefit local children's charities. Not one of them asked me, how much is it going to cost? How much of my time is it going to take? They all just said, I'm in.
I remember that first year. We were short on auction experience, but we had a lot of enthusiasm. We had a lot of good people wanting to do good things for the children. Here we are, 15 years later. It all came together that first year. I believe we raised $250,000 for 3 charities. Had a lot of fun, and here we are, over $20 million that have been raised for the children in Northwest Florida. It's pretty exciting and pretty awesome.
It couldn't have been done without a whole lot of people working countless hours, and we're just a very small part of it at the end of the day. So thank you to you and all the folks at the Destin Charity Wine Auction for taking that torch, carrying it forward. But now is not the time to rest on our laurels, unfortunately. With these unprecedented times, you've got more need than ever. So now we need your help to carry it on further and to keep pushing.
So bid high, bid often, and let's celebrate 15 years. Cheers to 15 years!
Cheers to you for 15 years, too. So you have to be registered to be able to get this. So if I keep saying the donate button, donate now button, you're saying what donate now button? Did you drink twice on that one? You have to register. And if you can't do it right now because it's all too much for you, we're going to keep the paddle raise open until at some point tomorrow. John can tell us exactly when. So let's do this. The paddle raise, all the proceeds this year are going to be spread evenly among the 16 charities, children's charities. So that's kind of a new thing, and we like that, and I think it's really, really important for this year, 2020. So who's ready? Who this year can do $25,000? Who's going to hit that $25,000? The Stegbauers, thank you, have kicked us off here, and they've hit the $25,000 button. That's absolutely amazing when to do it. Can you see, ladies, do we have more $25,000 ding, ding, ding buttons? They can't see it how the way it's going to go, but I think we're going to see the thermometer. The levels on the thermometer raise a little bit. But thank you, Stegbauers, for kicking that off for us. Okay, if 25,000 isn't your number this year, how about 15,000? Who can part with $15,000 for this year's paddle raise? Again, just equally distributed amongst all the 16 children's charities. $15,000 is that level. Who's getting poised and ready to hit the $10,000? Go ahead and whap us with the $10,000 donation. There's plenty of you all who can do it and like to do it. So we thank you in advance for that $10,000 donation. Moving on down, like we do every single year, $5,000 is the next increment. Is that your number this year? $5,000? It could be. 5,000. We'll give you a half a second. Next number is $2,500. $2,500 next increment. Is that what feels comfortable for you this year? Again, you can hit as many of these buttons as you want, as often as you'd like. $1,000 is the next increment, and we usually start getting tons and tons and tons of those. The Dietzens have come in for $1,000. The Porterfields have come in for $1,000. We see that. That's kind of fun. We love it. We love it. Keep going. Keep going. How about $500? $500, that's a nice number. $500 is a great amount. $500 all for the kids. It gets divvied up, but it all adds up, doesn't it? It all adds up for you. $500, we have the Kylie, Paul, Boyer. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. And Robertson. They're all in at $500. And there's more than that. Those are just the ones that I'm seeing immediately. So thank you. Thank you very much. And I'm so sorry if you're hitting that button and I'm not seeing it. But the girls are just typing as fast as they can. Back to $2,500. The Babcocks are in for $2,500. That's a good amount. Keep going. Let's go. You guys are on a roll. Here we go. Oh, so I can interject here that the Carters doubled lot number 17. They doubled the Little Palm Island lot. So thank you. And then 19 doubled as well. George Brannon got the Serenity at Sea Island. So both of those doubled. You guys are amazing. Okay, and they're writing furiously with the paddle raise. We're still on that. $1,000. The Connerleys are back. Thank you. The Ekmans came in. The Abbotts came in. There you go. $1,000 with all those guys. Go for it. Donate now. Donate now. Drink. I'm just too busy to take a drink. 250, you guys jumped the gun. But anyway, we thank you for that. The Mars and the Berries. There we go. Oh, the Marks. The Marks and the Berries. Sorry, there's a light just blinding me right there. So thank you. They've come in at $250. Okay, who else? Who else? Ding, 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 ding. So we can get your recognition right now before I move on to the next slot. But see, you guys can do it. It's almost like but we're not together. I see what you mean. We're still having fun with this, and your generosity is shining through. It really, really is. So thank you so much. And we don't have a kids thank you video for that, but you know the kids mean it from the bottom of their heart. So that's it. $1,000 of McNeese's. Thank you, McNeese's, for $1,000 there. This is fun. Yeah, you can keep telling me, even if I go on, keep telling me and I'll announce it. So let's go on with the regularly scheduled program because we have a couple amazing lots to go in this wave. Starting with lot number 22 from one of my favorite people, totally in the Napa Valley, Tor Kenwood. Let's see what Tor's got in. Wait, before you quit, the Hayes came in for $1,000. See, this is so much. The Navars came in for $500. You guys are amazing. Keep going. I will interrupt every single lot to thank you in person. Okay, so lot, but we won't interrupt Tor because he's got something to show us.
Well, hello, Destin. Thanks for joining us. Come on inside. This is our home. We have a wonderful auction lot where we want to invite you into our home like I'm doing now. Come on in, come on in. You have the wild and crazy guys, Andy Beckstoffer and myself. That's almost a century of Napa Valley storytelling. At our home, we're going to open some incredible wines from the Tokelon Vineyard after you've had a private tour of the Tokelon Vineyard with Andy and I. And that's not all. You have 3 days at the Gamble Family Estate Guest Home. You have a tour and tasting there with the Gamble family. You have a tour and tasting at Poodle Walker. And we are going to dig deep into our wine cellar while we have you here in our home. So please join us. Cheers, Destin.
Tor and Susan are really some of my favorite people in the Napa Valley. Tor is a fascinating guy, Vietnam vet, long-distance swimmer, Behringer executive for years and years and years, and now finally, boy, is it about 20 vintages that he's done Tor wine? I'm of the age, did this happen to you? I think everything happened just yesterday, but it's probably 20 years that Tor has under his belt. So he's together with Andy Beckstoffer, the great grower of the Napa Valley. You know, and now the vineyard source, the wine, we've always talked about terroir, but now more than ever, people are realizing and they're really collecting down to the grape source. You know, winemaker is one thing, winery owner is another thing, label design. But no, it's really right now the highest connoisseurs are talking about what vineyard. Beckstoffer, of course, has his Tokalan sharing with Mondavi. So anyway, the 1-2 punch of Tor and Andy is going to make for some fascinating conversations in the Napa Valley. 3 couples, you're going to spend 3 nights there. You're going to spend at the Gamble Ranch. Tor and Susan have an incredible home that they'll open up for you, lunch or dinner, however that's going to work for you. Just north of St. Helena. But the important thing is really spending the time with Tor and Andy and going through the vineyards and learning about what's going on with Napa Valley grape growing and winemaking. Not that you're not going to have the most beautiful time at the Gamble family vineyard. Their guest house there, it's tucked in behind Screaming Eagle. It's beautiful there. And each couple is going to get a Tor wine collection with a Magnum and 6 bottles. So this is a great lot. The Taste of Tor, perfectly said. Here we go, lot number 23. We have some Magnum Madness and a special bottle from Dunn Vineyards. And Christina Dunn has teed this up, what we're going to get here.
Hi, everybody. I just want to take a quick second to tell you about the Dunn Vineyards lot. There's 2 things there that I think needed a little bit more attention. Number 1 is the 2009 5-liter. That vintage is completely sold out, so to have that large bottle in your cellar is an absolute treasure. The other item is the 3-pack of our Trailer Vineyard Designate wine. It's the first Designate wine that we've ever made. It's also the first 100-point wine. So in 2013, after harvest, that vineyard was torn out, replanted, and renamed. My brother decided that it was showing so well in barrel that he wanted to keep that wine separate and make our first ever Vineyard Designate wine. As an homage to our father, he just knew that it was something that would really showcase where Dunn started. So I hope that you guys enjoy, bid, have this guy in your cellar, and have a wonderful evening. Cheers.
John just waved me down, and he just got a message from Christina. So I think that I'd like him to come up and read it to you.
You know, normally in an auction like this, we don't want to bring in difficult news. We're celebrating and we're doing so well. But Christina and I have been texting a little bit back and forth, and she sent me this text just an hour ago. I've got 2 dozers and a crew at our Wild Lake property blazing a line over the mountain and through the woods to prevent the fire from coming up the back of Howell Mountain. We have no CAL FIRE or fighters, just locals. I'm just going down the mountain now after spending the day bringing resources to the dozer operators so they can put the plan in action and have food and water. I'm looking for 2 more dozers to get up there and help. My father and brother remain on the property ready to fight. I don't know if you know this, but Christina's husband's a firefighter. Brian was relieved for 24 hours from the Hellsberg fire. He's come to our home to get our camper and truck and take it down to my mother-in-law's house. Our fear ultimately is that the fire will reach our home and winery, but we pray that it won't. The vintage perhaps will not be made, as smoke taint may prevent the wine from being any good. I hope somebody spends a lot of money on my auction item. Can you imagine that? In the middle of all of that, she sends us a message and says, I hope somebody spends a lot of money on our auction lot. They may not have a 2020 vintage. This won't break their spirit if you know the Dunns. And I look forward to the day when a number of us can sit or stand with Christina and do a tequila shot or 2. This is a great lot. They make incredible wine. There's wine in this lot that has never been available before, and some big wines, and now their wines might become a whole lot more scarce. So you have a chance to put in your cellar some incredible wine with a story behind it for a family that if you know them, you love them. So please, bid high, bid often. Let's send a message to the Dunn family how much we love them. Thanks.
Thank you, John. it's just such a feeling of helplessness. We just feel so helpless when this fire is raging. But you know, it works both ways. When we're sitting in Napa and we're hearing about the devastating storms that you all live through here, we feel the exact same way, this helplessness, and how can we help? And all the vintners that work hard to raise funds to send them back here. It's, again, we're all in this together. So thank you for sharing that with us, John. Okay, so maybe I'll give you 2 minutes on this to stop and think about this. So we'll close this out at 5:45. That'll be a nice round number at 5:45. So we'll close the Oregon, the Evanston's lot. We'll close the Taste of Tour. And then, of course, we'll close Christina, the Dunn lot, which is just 3 3-packs. This 5-liter, this exceptional bottle of all sold out wine. Really, it's a Parker 98 plus wine and all those magnums. And then, of course, keep going with the paddle raise. Keep going with it. The Sheehan's came in on the paddle raise with $5,000. $5,000. Thank you for your ongoing generosity. You guys are awesome. So just, I'm going to give you a whole nother minute now so we can absorb the information about Christina and the devastation with the fires there. So we'll close that out on your clocks at 5:45. And on the meantime, I'll wait and see if anybody else comes in through the paddle raise. That'll keep us going with things. They did. The Carters came in. Perfect timing. $2,500. $2,500. So if you're not bidding on anything in the next 40 minutes, if you're not tinkering with your max bids for the rest of the auction, then go ahead and pay attention to the paddle raise if you haven't already done so, because I've got some time to fill the airspace talking about that. We just have about 20 more seconds to go before we close out Domaine Serene, the generous lot there, the Taste of Tour, and finally Christina's Pure Wine lot. So let's see. We got 8 seconds left. Here comes the gavel in the last 5 seconds. 5:45 on your clock. Sold. There you go. Closing out that wave. We have Oregon, we have Napa, and then we have the wine lot from Dunn. So there you have it. The girls are madly scribbling it out. They're lining up their lucky winners, all the information there. So we have, here we go, Jim Bagby wins lot number 20 at $12,000. A good bid there. Thank you. And I can't tell the, that's the paddle raise. Let me interject. Colleen Buckley. Oh, Colleen. I didn't know you were watching. Colleen Buckley. Macaulay has put $100. Way to do the custom amount, too, on the paddle raise. Thank you for that, my friend. And then lot number 22, the Taste of Tour. Again, I'm jealous because the Sanders are going, putting together the 3 couples to hang out with Tour and Andy Beckstoffer, $17,000 there. And finally, on Christina Dunn's lot, you all rose to this challenge. Oh, God love you all. The Dailies have bought this for $18,000. All that Dunn wine. What a lovely, lovely tribute. Thank you very much, each and every one of you. And we've got some more kids to thank you. I love this part.
Thank you, Destin Charity Wine Auction Foundation and all the patrons participating in this year's auction. We just wanted to say a big thank you! Woo!
Okay, there we go. We're coming into the home stretch here. We've just got a couple more waves for you. So let's get it. This is it. This is it. If you haven't bought anything yet, remember the silent auction. There's a lot of treasures there. The paddle raise, you can still donate now. But we've got 6 more lots for you. So lot number 24, Rutherford, the greenest appellation in the Napa Valley. So you know we dealt with Mount Veeder as an intensive look at their appellation. Now, Michelle Baggett from Alpha Omega very generously put together this so you can have a Rutherford appellation intensive. So what's going to happen? 2 couples are going to be made privy to all these events. Again, tours, tasting, lunches, dinners, magnums, bottles. Really, you'll learn more about the Rutherford appellation. And there are some very special already sold out events. They're sold out 5 years in advance, but she's scored 4 tickets for you. Either the Rutherford Dust Cabernet by the Bay, which is held every year. When is it? Mid-July at the St. Francis Yacht Club in San Francisco. So it's a really, really fun thing to do. And all the Rutherford wineries are going to be there for you, listed here. Or you can go to the Rutherford Dust Society Chili Ball. And that's always the first weekend in August. And that's hard to get tickets to because all of us locals go. We go every single year. We see our friends. It's so much fun. And we love drinking those Rutherford wines. So this is an incredible event. This also honors the 25th anniversary of the Rutherford AVA. So a very, very special lot. And thank you, Michelle, for putting this together for 4 lucky winners here. And then the Law Estate. Now, Philip Thunder, the winery estate director and winemaker, was here last year, and he had such a good time. He'll tell you about it. Tell us what you got for us, Philip.
Hello, everybody. My name's Philip. I am the winemaker here at Law Estate. I was fortunate enough to attend the Destin Charity Wine Auction last year. I had a really fun time. It's an amazing cause. So we decided to get together with a couple of other wineries from the west side of Paso Robles to put together a really special auction lot for you guys. So it's going to be a 3-night stay for 2 couples right here at our beautiful guest cottage at Law Estate, paired with a 7-course meal at the winery, as well as some of our black label wines to enjoy for dinner and take home. And then we also have set up a lunch and tasting at Niner Estate, a tasting with my friend Anthony at Denner, a cave tour and tasting at Leventure Winery, another tasting at Booker, and we also have another dinner set up at Full Draw with my friend Connor, who has just finished building an incredible new winery on the west side of Paso Robles. It's an amazing opportunity to really discover Paso Robles as a wine region because you get to experience a little bit of everything. So we are really looking forward to hosting the winners of this auction lot, and happy bidding.
Philip's looking pretty relaxed in that video, huh? Considering he doesn't look like that anymore. He's a brand new dad, a first-time dad. He had his child in May, so we congratulate him on that. I'm sure he hasn't been that relaxed since the blessed event. So anyway, the cool thing about this lot at Law Estate is that Philip is opening the door 2 ways. He's introducing you to some of his friends because he wants his friends to meet you. He had such a good time here last year, and he knows how wine enthusiastic you all are. And so it's like shooting fish in a barrel, getting you together with some of his friends who enjoy wine as much as you do, who want to show off their properties, and you just are going to absorb all the knowledge and the fun and the hospitality that he's setting up for you there. Law Estate, look at that view. Of course, it looks spectacular. So it's VIP all the way. He's your concierge. It's 3 days of tours and tastings hosted by him and his friends. You got 3 nights there, and it's for 4 of you, 2 couples. Each couple will walk away with 6 bottles also for your souvenir, or else priming the pump, whichever way you want to look at it. Finally, in this wave, our penultimate wave, lot number 26, it's a retreat to Sundance Mountain. Oh, we have a paddle raise. We have a paddle raise, $500. Thank you, Nick Sara, for that. Get in there. Really, interrupt me with your paddle raises all the time. Nothing makes us happier here, so keep going for it. But anyway, the retreat to Sundance, 3 nights, 3 couples at Robert Redford's spectacular resort of his very famous brand, the Sundance brand. It's an incredible place. It's one of my happy places in the whole United States. It's just down south from Deer Valley on the Heber City side, so opposite. You'll fly into Salt Lake City. It's probably an hour drive from Salt Lake City. You can stop in Park City. But skiing is exceptional. It's a little jewel right there. In the summertime, the hiking is spectacular. And then he puts on so many activities, lectures, exhibitions, movies, obviously. The gift shop there is pretty good, too. The restaurant's fantastic. So 3 couples will have a very big time over there at Sundance. And let's see where we're going to start the bidding. We'll close out these 3 lots at 5:54. How about that? That's going to give you a minute and a half to put everything together. We don't want you to get sloppy towards the end of the auction. We know that that never happens, right? So we'll give you a minute and a bit more on that. So we'll start at 5:54. We'll close the lot off there. And in the meantime, give me some paddle raises. Let me fill the airwave with some money, cash money. Ginny Bear. Very well. Ginny Bear. How much is that for? $500. That's a way to do it. Come on, give me stuff to talk about. I'll tell you my Robert Redford story. I have a minute to tell you this. I love the Sundance Resort so much, and I vowed if I ever ran into Robert Redford, if I ever saw him, I would tell him how much I love that resort, because it is such a special place. I just can't describe it. So anyway, believe it or not, it was a memorial service, and there's Robert Redford. I said, okay, I made this vow to myself, I'm going to do it, and then I couldn't bring myself to do it. But I thought, you know what, heck no, I'm going to go. And I went up to him, probably like every single fan in the world, and I said, Mr. Redford, hi, my name is Ursula Hermasinski, and I just have to tell you, your Sundance Resort is one of my happy places. And he beamed that famous Robert Redford, I'm running out of time with this story, that famous Robert Redford style with me. I'm going to close these lots, I'm going to continue the story. 3, 2, 1, sold. There you go. There you go. So I'm going to finish the story, and then we'll get to the winners of those 3 lots, because you're probably waiting for this. And he beamed at me, that famous smile. And I said, you know, Mr. Redford, you map it out, how you saw it. First of all, he did this when he was a young guy. I don't know how he got all the money to buy up all that land. I don't know how he knew to buy up all that land to conserve it. And I just said it couldn't have been easy. And he said, you know what, it was the hardest thing I ever did in my life, and it was the most gratifying thing that he's ever done in his life. So that is the Sundance Resort. That's my Robert Redford story. Okay, ladies, we've got the lucky winners. Lucky, I don't know. The harder you work, the luckier you get, right? Robert Parker told me that. He didn't make it up, though. Anyway, lot number 24 sells to Calvin Jones for $9,000. That's really, really well bid there. Lot number 25, the Law Estate. The Blaylocks, get that? They take it away for $11,000 for you scorekeepers. And finally, the Whitmires, you know how envious I am of you, are going to the Sundance Resort with your 3 couples there for $20,000. Thank you all very, very much. Oh, we got a double lot alert. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, you are doubling Sundance. Okay, very, very good. So the Whitmires set the price. On lot number 26, Sundance is going to be doubled up for you. Okay, so whoever refreshes their browser, goes in there, ding, and gets the first one. You know, there's so few places to stay there. They do have a resort. Most of it is private homes. That it's not all that easy to get in, but I know they're going to open the doors for you there. You're going to absolutely love it. So while we're waiting to see if anybody takes that double right now, let's have some of the kids thank you again.
Ready? Everyone say, big
That was short and sweet. That was awesome. Very, very well done. Okay, this is it, folks. This is it. How much do we love you and your generosity? Oh, we're going to push you, though. We're going to push you to the limit. We're going to squeeze out what we can for these last 3 lots. But you guys are awesome. I really hope you're having as much fun on the other side of the camera as we're having so much fun because of your generosity. This is a blast for us. So thank you very, very much. Okay, this is it. Let us see lot number 27. Again, someone who this is one of their favorite events all across the country is Cameron Fisher, and she's put this together for you. Let's see what she has to say about it.
Hello, this is Cameron Fisher from Fisher Vineyards, talking to you from our Calistoga estate here in the Napa Valley. As one of the original participants of the Destin wine auction, we are thrilled to be supporting the cause through the new online format this year. Our lot is paired with the Old Edwards Inn, an extraordinary relay and chateau found 4,000 feet high in the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina. 2 lucky couples will be joining my brother next summer to enjoy 3 decades of Fisher Vineyards wines celebrating our 50-year history. as well as going home each with an etched 3-liter of our 2003 Lamb Vineyard, growing just behind me. Our family, my brother, sister, and parents and I, wish everyone well in these extraordinary times. We continue to be open for tastings here, distanced, in the Napa Valley should you find yourself in our neighborhood. But until we can see you in person, we're sending all of our best. Cheers.
Cheers, Cameron. Cheers to you all as we come into the home stretch here. So this event, ideally we would like this event to happen, well, the Fishers would like this event to happen sometime in May 2021. We've got to be fine by then, right? Please. Anyway, Rob Fisher will join you, 2 couples for 2 nights at the Old Edwards Inn. It's a Relais and Chateau property. My sister's been there. She just says it is so lovely. Again, that relaxed elegance that I crave so much and talk about so much. A little, a little Blackberry Farm, a little experience there where you get there in the middle of nowhere and they take care of you so well that you just don't want to leave. Kind of like the Witness Protection Program. That's where I'd want to go. So Rob's going to bring wine to you. He's going to join you for a special tasting and dinner. You've got 2 nights there. It's going to be very, very spectacular. And then Friends Forever with the Fisher family, and nothing can be wrong with that. So we like that. They'll be with you, and you'll have a big, big time at this exquisite resort. The next lot number 28, again, along with the Fishers, the DeLille property, the family, Greg at the time, and now Jay Soloff and his wife, they've been such supporters of the Destin Charity Wine Auction and Destin, the community itself. They love it here. So Jay carries on the tradition of the DeLille giving right now. Let's see what they've put together.
As we walk through the new tasting room, I want to explain a little more about the auction lot that my wife Catherine and I will be hosting, which will include a tour and tasting of this lovely facility, and then we'll be taking you to one of our favorite restaurants in Seattle with wines from our personal cellar. You will enjoy 2 nights stay for 2 couples at the wonderful Thompson Seattle Hotel. Here's to a wonderful experience for the 4 people that join Catherine and me in Seattle. Let's bid for it.
Okay, let's go for it. So the key to that lot is wines out of Jay's personal cellar. You caught that, right? Of course, you're going to be drinking DeLille wines. You're going to go up to Woodinville and see the property, see what's new up there, and have those exquisite wines. But Jay is going to pull out some bell ringers for sure because he wants to enjoy those. Everybody's looking for an excuse to open their great bottles, right? I hope you're all opening your great bottles tonight with your friends at these watch parties. But anyway, 2 couples, 2 nights at this great hotel in Seattle, the Thompson Hotel, a day in Woodinville, and then a day to rest up for this stellar dinner you're going to have with Jay and Catherine. That's a lovely, lovely lot from DeLille Cellars. And finally, our last lot. This evening, very special to my heart, almost like the Sundance Resort, is the Broadmoor. The Broadmoor is this iconic property in Colorado Springs. You know, the Broadmoor had an ice rink there and trained a lot of Olympian figure skaters over the years. But anyway, it's a cool, cool property. You're going to want to spend some time down there reading all the historic, it's like a museum going through the people who've stayed there, how it's evolved. And because you're not staying down there, you're going up into the clouds to this uber private, elegant ranch up there with views for days. Whichever way you look for the sunsets, the sunrises, Pike Peaks there, Garden of the Gods. It's spectacular. So 3 couples will have 3 nights there to relax, either fly into Denver or directly into Colorado Springs. But take your time, acclimatize, because you are just going to want to enjoy it once you get up to about 8,000 feet, where you will just relax totally in the clouds with the gods, with the fairies. Look at these pictures. It's just relaxed elegance all the way. So that's it. That's it. This is our final wave, the final frontier from this heroic effort that we have, our 2020 auction. It's been memorable. You guys have been amazing. So before we get to the Thierry thank yous and the Thierry goodbyes, let's recap and let's close this at 6:04. Again, this is your last opportunity. If you want some paddle raise activity, go for it, because 6:04, you got a minute and a half. And then we have, let's go all the way back. So 6:04, let me get really straight with this, the here and now before I announce that. 6:04 and a minute and a half to close these last 3 lots. The Fisher Vineyards lot, the DeLille Cellars lot, and the Broadmoor. Okay, I'm getting flagged down because we do have a double on lot number 5, the Costa Rica Pura Vida house, and it's $35,000 for the Rogers. They're taking that Costa Vida oceanfront house. Lot number 6 has been doubled to the Abbotts. $12,000 was the price there. You guys are great. You guys are really, really fantastic. So it's all coming together. Come on, do the paddle raise. Do the paddle raise. I have 1 more minute to make all these great announcements. Somebody hit the big buttons for us on the paddle raise so we can announce this for you. If not, we'll just hang tight for the next 30 seconds or so we can announce these final lots. And before I say goodbye, I've got these 30 seconds to thank our AT people. You know, Brandon and Chris come down from Tennessee. They've done it for the last 9 years, although you haven't known that. But never, ever, ever, I think we've taken you guys for granted because we did our thing. We were all there having a blast. But now this really, really, really went off to the thanks of our AV experts right there. They're from Nashville. They've come down to help us, and we can't wait to welcome them back next year. Here comes the gavel on the last 3 lots. Sold, 604. There you go. That's it. And while I'm doing my thanks to the team here, Kara and the ladies, Melissa, Jessica, Kate, of course, and the new girl who came in. I haven't met you yet. Kelly came in to answer your phones. And of course, John and his ladies just offer this seamless, seamless work. It's been an absolute blast. But I've got to thank you all more than anybody from the bottom of my heart. Your generosity humbles me year in and year out. So here we go. Recap. Lot number 27, the Sheehan's take that. Great lot, $13,000. Thank you, Sheehan's, for that. Lot number 28, the Ingrams are going to hang out with Jay and Catherine. $7,000, the winning bid there. Well bid, everybody. And finally, the last lot, lot number 29, the Whitmires, the Colorado extravaganza in the clouds at the Broadmoor. I don't know if you've been there before, Whitmires, but I got a double alert. We're going to go ahead and double the Broadmoor in the clouds there. It's a very, very, very special place. So we're going to double that. So the Whitmires have purchased that. They've set the price, $24,000. If anybody else wants that opportunity, you underbidder when you were at $22,000, you might as well go for this, your last opportunity. Refresh your button, or anyone, the first one in, refresh your browser, go back, hit buy, and you can go to the Broadmoor as well. So that's it. That's it. How'd you do? You guys all survived. Just absolutely an amazing, amazing job that you all did. Any auctioneer is not as good as the lots. An auctioneer is only as good as the bidders. And that is you, truly from the bottom of my heart. So here we go. Oh,
everybody in the room, all like 8 of us, give her a round of applause.
You don't have to. It's for them. It's for the bidders.
I'd hug you, but you know we're not supposed to do that.
That's right.
We actually all have masks. Whenever we leave this bubble, we got to put our mask on. But thank you all so very much. Little Dix Bay increased the bid to $100,000. We did 2 $100,000 lots. Is that the Wilsons? The Wilsons took it up another $20,000, took it up, Little Dix Bay, to $100,000. And are you going to share a total with me? They're keeping it a secret. We're way over $1 million. Our goal was $800,000. And ladies and gentlemen, we're not done. We're open until noon tomorrow. There is some incredible wine sitting out there. Jump on those almost live lots. Normally we would have put them in the auction, but to save time, we just put them in the catalog. Bid high, bid often. We love you. Thank you. 2020 is in the books. Shoot them.
You're the best. You're the best.
Great job, everybody. Thank you so very much. Ursula, you are the bomb. Now we get the drink. Thank you all very much.
Donate
Be
now.
safe.
Donate now.
Donate now. Bid often. Thank you.
Bye.